Okay, thank you guys so much for taking some time out today. We're excited to share with you about the partner opportunity. Some of you may have been here before, some of you might be new, some of you might be catching the recording. So no matter how you're here, we appreciate you being here and we're excited to share with you. And today we want to keep it really brief, but we want to share something really impactful with you guys, which is that there are usually two types of partners when you're signing up. There are two ways that people start. And generally, maybe you're number one, where you're a go-getter and from the beginning, maybe your first experience with body, you're like, I'm signing up with as a partner right away, right from the get-go. Maybe that's because you were driven by the income opportunity or working from home, or maybe you just were ready for that extra layer of accountability. And so maybe you're wanting to join right from the get-go. Or maybe you are the latter, which is most of the partners on this team, who was a longtime loyal customer first. Maybe you've fallen in love with body, you've seen what it can do for you, and you've really, been committed to this point, but you see the need or, the desire to level up for yourself and to really have that extra level of accountability, or to make an impact and be able to share what we love so much with others. So we're going to hear a little bit from a couple of us today. And for me, I just want to start off because I am probably the only one, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that signed up immediately as a partner, literally within my first 30 days. And for me, that was because of the discount. So, back in the day, we actually did not have a opportunity for the preferred customer program, which some people might be familiar with. So this is an awesome way to get the discount as a preferred customer. However, back then it was, you sign on as a customer or as a partner if you wanted that discount. So for me personally, I wanted that discount, but I also saw that extra layer of accountability in the beginning. I knew that this was the first time in my life that even within those first 30 days, I had shown up for myself more than I ever had. And I knew that this was going to be the game changer for me. This was going to be the thing that I stuck with. And I knew that signing on as a partner was only going to add that extra layer of accountability and commitment for me. So once I did that and started, setting that example, sharing what I was doing, and I had people join me, I really felt like if I could do this, anybody could do this. And I wanted to help them realize that too, because I needed help myself to realize that. And I finally realized that I could do this for someone else because, like I said, I had a huge background of massive, self-doubt. And so at that point, I thought, if I can do this for myself, anyone can do that. And I want to help them do that. So most of us, like I said, here on this team are the latter that have been awesome longtime customers first and seen how this has benefited our life. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to whoever. Let's do Regina. You want to go first? And we'll hear a little bit about, we're going to talk mostly about the difference between, maybe you are a current customer and maybe you're wondering, is partnering for me? Is it something that I should do? So what's the difference?
Mom, I got on.
Well, like Sienna mentioned, I had been a customer for about 4 years before I signed up as a partner. And the funny thing is that I was on again, off again. And even though, Sienna was super encouraging and super like, woohoo, cheering me on, I had this inner struggle of consistency and showing up for myself. And so through those ups and downs, I realized because of the tracking that I was able to do as a body customer and seeing my progress or lack thereof, I realized that when things got busy, when things were, coasting good, I had the tendency to put myself on the back burner. And so, but I also realized that I really needed this for myself. I had seen such a change in my mood, in my stability, my emotional stability, energy wise. I mean, every aspect of my life, I had seen such a big change. And then to have a high stress situation come up where I knew that I could already feel myself ready to put everything on the back burner again. And I knew it was going to be a long-term situation. and for who knows how long. And so I told Sienna, I need this accountability and I also need the income. So here we are, almost a year later. July will be 1 year. And that's exactly what I did. I just showed up for myself every day. I said, I'm going to do this anyways, whether I earn an income or not. I need this for myself, for my wellness. And so I started, and sure enough, I knew from what Sienna had shared that if I stuck with it and if I did my part, I would earn an income. And at the time, it progressively got worse, but at the time, my current employment was very shaky and unreliable, and that was causing added stress to an already stressful situation. So I decided to take the plunge, and I'm so glad that I did. And they say that change is possible, and the biggest step in keeping change is to teach someone else. And so I've had the privilege of doing that. And then, of course, as I learn in order to teach others, that only adds to my own wellness and improving my own life and health and fitness. So I'm just so thankful that I decided to make that commitment. And of course, a big thing we always say is the biggest change you need is probably the thing you're running from. And that was for me, like the thing that I thought was least important in my body journey, the community, what made the biggest impact on my life as a partner. Having the trainings and the regular check-ins was exactly what I needed in order to maintain my consistency when my own thoughts were saying, I can't do this. I had other people cheering me on saying, yes, you can do it. Let's do this together. And so that really changed my life. And I know it can change yours as well.
I love that so much, what you just said about oftentimes it's the thing we need the most that we tend to avoid. And I think that's so true, even with the partner opportunity, is sometimes that comes up and people are like, oh, no, like what? I don't know if that's for me. And there's a big block that comes up. But I love to remind people that if you especially have been with Body, you're already a loyal customer. You are already doing pretty much everything that we do as partners. You just are, lacking that extra commitment for yourself. And a lot of times that's what people are afraid of. They're like, oh, I don't know if I can be the one to set that example or if I can, but you're already doing it. And it just helps you to show up that much more. And I know sometimes even as loyal customers, we may show up for ourselves, but as Regina mentioned, sometimes we have a hard time showing up consistently, maybe that accountability, maybe we're having a hard time with our mindset. And this partner opportunity is actually a way to help motivate you and encourage you and remind you that you can build that confidence. You can show up. And when you're showing up for others, it helps you to show up that much more for yourself. So that's another layer that a lot of times we don't think about. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Okay, next, Sarah, would you like to go next?
So I've been with Body or Beachbody back in the day for the past, I think, 6 years, since 2018. So yeah, I did try to be a coach partner back then, but I didn't have the support I needed because I had massive self-doubt and was not confident in like putting myself out there. And so Sienna really helped me to see my potential. And when I became a partner, I think 2 months ago in April, I think, yeah, I just was able to put myself out there more, and I'm found self-confidence in that and overcoming those obstacles and getting outside of my comfort zone. Sorry, I was getting a call. And so that's really helped me. And then when someone comes and joins me, it fills me with more confidence and joy because I know it's going to change their lives as well. So I really appreciate that part about it. Plus, I'm contributing to my family as well. So that helps.
I love that. That's awesome. And that's huge. Like we were just talking about the difference of, building that self-confidence and showing up and realizing that if we can do this, someone else can do that too. And that was huge for me too, is realizing there's so many women out there like me that need to show up for themselves, but don't know how or don't feel like they can do it. And so when we show up in this way and, we realize I can help someone to overcome the things that I've overcome, and that feels so good. And I love what you mentioned, Sarah, about getting out of your comfort zone, because that's huge for us is, oftentimes it's the things that make us feel uncomfortable, that we're a little nervous about. Those are the things that help us grow the most. So that's awesome. I love it. Okay. Cheree, you're next.
So I've been part of Beachbody since about 2020. I think I became a preferred customer for a discount shortly thereafter, within a year, just because for me, it was the Shakeology. I realized I needed that every day, because I signed on mostly because I was having a lot of problems with my gut health. And I also wanted to lose weight. So for me, I wanted that discount. But when I signed as a partner, last year, maybe a couple times, but I've realized this is a journey. When I first signed on, it was mostly just because I loved exercise, but I was kind of up and down all the time. So I needed some kind of consistency. So for me, it was just learning that this is a lifestyle. This isn't something that's going to go away. Just no one was going to do it for me. I had to come to the conclusion that I had to do it for me, and in order for change to happen. So for me, being a customer means basically you're just a consumer. So, and we don't want to be just a consumer. And bear with me. But so being a partner, then if you're sharing, you're giving, you're seeing the bigger picture of things, and you get this whole community to receive benefits and receive support from other people. So it's amazing. If you're sharing, you're already a partner. So to me, that's what it is.
Yeah, I love that. And that's so true, that it's like, if you're already doing the things, you're showing up, you're doing your best to share with people. That's really what it's all about. And that's what, just to wrap it up too, I want to share, a little bit about what's different about our community, what sets our community apart. Is that, you may be nervous about an opportunity like this because maybe you've been a part of an opportunity like this in the past, and maybe you felt that it was pushing you or pressuring you in a way that you weren't ready to go. And I want you to know that here on our team, it's so important to us to have that, ability to support people where they're at and what they want out of it. And that's really, really important to me as a leader on this team, is that everybody feels comfortable where they're at. And if they want to grow, I want to help them, and I want to encourage that growth, and I want to guide them in the way to do that. But if they also, say you're a customer, maybe you've been a customer a long time, and maybe you need that extra layer of accountability, and you're here for that. Maybe you're wondering, should I be a partner because it will motivate me to show up more, or it will be that extra layer of accountability? Or maybe you need more of the community aspect. That's something I know Regina shared with me too, is that, the trainings and the things that we receive as partners are even more than what we receive as customers. And that can be so helpful to us. And here, on our team, we have, of course, our community hub in, the WhatsApp and also in our Body app. But as partners, we also have another group and another layer of training and of different things that we get from corporate, and also as a team. We come together and we help each other support people. So, maybe you're also coming into this and you're like, I don't know enough to know how to do this or how to support someone else. But as was mentioned by all of us, you're already doing it. So if you can do it, you can help someone to do it too. And it's really that simple. So we're here to help in whatever way you want to be here. for. Like if you're wanting to join as a partner, like I said, literally just for yourself or the impact that you can make, or maybe you're wanting to grow a large income. Maybe it's really important to you to be able to work from home. Maybe you could really use the extra finances or finances in general. Maybe you're looking to transition out of a full-time job. Whatever you want is possible for you in this business. And we're here to support you in whatever aspect that is. So thank you so much for joining us. And if you guys have questions, please feel free to reach out to any one of us. And we are happy to help, happy to support you in any way that we can.